So this is a trial to see if I can get this to go onto YouTube and then translate into Spanish. I hope it works. This is a repeat of the open house show. Welcome to 5th grade. Okay, in this movie, you'll be able to not see this video right now because I don't have time to play that. But if you would like to see that, you can go to Google Classroom and click to watch that video. All right, so I am talking right now. I am Stacy Broyles. Some information about me, I'll just run through really quickly. I've been a teacher for 21 years at Culbertson. I graduated from college in 1996 with a bachelor's degree in elementary education, and I do also have a master's degree in the teaching of reading and writing. I've been teaching 5th or 4th grade for a long, long time. Probably 25 years. So I have lots and lots of experience. I have 2 kids in my house, 10 and 12-year-old. And so I'm very, very busy these days. This is Marianne Homerding. She's a special education teacher. She'll be co-teaching in our class this year. She also has 21 years at Culbertson and also has a master's degree, but hers is in special education in that field. She's very, very experienced. She's going to be bouncing around from 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade rooms. You won't see her all the time in our Zoom meetings, but you'll see her a lot. So these are some classroom expectations. I'm going to run through these pretty quickly. I'll spend a little bit more time on materials. This is number 1. So the materials that students need to have for class, this is for surely a Chromebook. They got to have their Chromebook every day. They need to also maybe have with them writing materials like a notebook. Any books that we've asked them to have, any notes that we've asked them to have. There will be times that we ask them to watch videos or read certain assignments in advance. We expect them to have those things done when we ask them to have those things done. We also suggest that you know in advance where you want them to work and help them get that set up. We recommend that that's not by things that are distracting. If you know that you're going to have 2 or 3 children in the same general area, or that there's going to be background noise in the room while kids are working, I would recommend that you get a set of earbuds or headphones that they plug into their Chromebooks. That would help them be able to hear a little bit better. We would ask that kids stay seated. We're going to build in times for them to stretch and work during the day, and have also time built in for lunch and things like that. We'd ask them to be on time and be dressed like they would be for school. So no pajamas when they come to the Zoom meetings. They should probably get their things set up right around 8:50, I would suggest, and make sure that everything's working. They should be respectful of everyone. Not everybody learns the same way. Use all of our features, our chat boxes and everything correctly, and be ready to turn in assignments that are due when they're due. These are some expectations for parents. We'd like your help in getting your child logged into Google Classroom every single day, working on assignments in the virtual classroom. And I'll click on that if I have time at the end and run through that. Help your child get to those Zoom meetings on time, help them be awake, help them be dressed, help them have breakfast, all those kinds of things. And I already mentioned a good working space, so I won't mention that again. If your child has problems with their device or with getting online, talk to me, report it to the school office. We'll get you some help. And please don't help your child on tests or quizzes, and help your child get things turned in on time, and just ask for help anytime that you need it. We use Champs at school, whether we're in school or out of school during remote. So we blend rules with rewards and with consequences. And these are some examples of how we do that. And we'll teach kids how to do this. This is our schedule, and I want to make sure that I have time in the video to talk about this. So students are expected to work for 5 hours every day. This is time that they spend with a teacher in large group, in small group, or one-on-one, and time that they work with a parent or by themselves at home. They're expected to log in at 9 o'clock to Zoom. We'll take attendance every day. There'll be a morning work assignment. We'll have our health, kind of a social emotional class. We'll have art, music, and PE from 9:30 to 10. And then we'll have a big time right here that we'll do reading and writing, social studies, and science. See that? Then we'll have lunch and movement breaks right here. And then we'll have math. And then we'll have the end of the day meeting. It's at that time that students will be given homework assignments, if there are any, and have a chance to ask any last minute questions and also exit the Zoom meeting. That's at around 2 o'clock. So the Zoom stays on that whole time. Okay, and that's homework. Just remember, homework is 5% of their grade. It'll be probably 15 to 20 minutes. That is not part of their regular day work. They will not have time to work on that from 9 to 2. So if they start that right after the end of the day meeting, their schoolwork really won't end until about 2:20 each day. We are giving regular grades, and here's an example of our grading system right here. Regular grades. In the springtime, we used like pass fail. It was complete or incomplete, and we are not doing that. These are some topics that we're going to be studying soon. We start with place value exponents and powers of 10, and then we move on to multiplication and division and volume. In reading and writing, we teach historical fiction, and we talk about and we teach kids how to write sentences, paragraphs, and how to write stories. And we work on understanding stories and how to read out loud better. In social studies, we'll be studying the impact that other people have on the world around them, including themselves. We'll also be studying water scarcity and the civil war in South Sudan, in Africa. And we'll also be studying in science water scarcity, how water is running out in the world, and whether or not it is. And they'll be forming some opinions about that. All right, so some things to think about as you move into the weekend. Use Remind, if you haven't yet, to send and receive text messages from me. You can actually, you're supposed to be able to press the phone button and then call me directly, but I'm having some problems with that, and I've asked the technology department to help fix the problem there. Please be patient. I'll let you know when that works. There's a school survey that I've assigned to you in the virtual classroom. I'd like to know what your email address is and whether or not you'd like to be a guardian on Google Classroom. Since Google Classroom is the place where lots of assignments all of our assignments really are going to be posted, grades are going to be there, messages are going to be there, announcements, resources, everything like that. If you're a guardian on Google Classroom, you will get email notifications every time anything like that is posted, anytime grades are missing, anytime assignments are due, anytime I've posted a test or anything like that. Video is newly posted. You'll get a notice in your email, and then you can just have your child log in and show you what it is. And the parent survey is right here in the virtual classroom. And I do think there's a few minutes I can show you that in a minute. And then the other thing I'd suggest you do prior to Monday is have your child turn on their Chromebook, sign in, and go to the internet and click on the link for Google Classroom. Once they're there, we've already invited them to join, so they don't even need this code that's right here. All they need to do is press to join my classroom and also the PE classroom. And then you can browse around in there, okay? This is my email address right here, and this is Miss Hummerding's email address, so you can always email if you're having any problems. But really the best way to get in touch with us is through Remind. We've hooked up our phones so that we get instant notifications on our phone whenever you message through there, like a text message. All right, so now I'm going to go to this virtual classroom. Okay, so you'll find the virtual classroom on Google Classroom. In here, once you press present, you'll see an agenda the kids will have. These are the assignments for the day. And almost every one of these little images in here is interactive. Everywhere where you see the arrow turn into a finger, you can press it and something will happen. So I want to direct your attention to this page right here that's parent support. Okay, this will take you to a link that looks like this. And on here, on the top, if you have problems with your network speed, there are two different forms. In English, this one is where I think you'd want to be right here to fill out a Spanish form. And you can click that, and then it'll take you right here, and you can apply for a hotspot that will allow you to be connected. And the district is passing these out for free, which is very, very cool. Okay. This is the link for the parent survey. I'd like you to take that before September the 1st. I did write the questions in English and in Spanish there. English is on the top, and then Spanish is after the slash there. So please do that. But there's directions on how to get onto the parent portal so that you can go to the real grade book, not just Google Classroom, but to see all of your child's grades and even attendance before report cards. I'd really recommend that you do that as well. And this will take you to the whole week's worth of schedules. And this will change each week. This is just the schedule from August 24th to the 28th, but it tells you when we're having our real meeting time, talking really to kids, and this will be really a work time. But the kids will really have their devices on, and the Zoom meeting will still be running during that time. And we may even give kids directions to come and talk to us at 12 and do a check-in, or even sooner than that. So it doesn't have all of our times really in it. Eventually this will change and even add in times for guided reading and guided math. And also the one-on-one meeting times, if we can figure out how to fit that in our schedule. Our day really ends at 2, so that time isn't quite right either. Okay. If you have any questions about this, please don't hesitate to let me know on Remind, okay?